In this video, I'm going to try and beat Ark FJORDUR in 100 days, starting from nothing and going to beat the Fenrir boss. I streamed all of this here on YouTube, but I'll have a link to the unlisted streams playlist if you want to watch them. But anyway, let's get into it. So it is day 1, and this is the one day that didn't have any footage of it, which is really annoying because that's the most important one. But whatever, I'll use screenshots from the stream. So basically, we just punched some trees, got a pickaxe, got some armor, and then we got a spear. And then at the beginning of day 2, we managed to get a metal pick from these boxes on the side of the beach, and then we got a crossbow from it as well. On day 2, I started to build up a little thatch hut. This is going to be like a little 2x2 area that is 2 walls tall, and then I filled it up with a ceiling and all that. I built a campfire and some other things inside the base, also harvested some of these barrels and stuff like that to get more metal, built a bed inside, and then built a mortar and pestle and built some narcotics with it. Then I learned hide armor and was able to build it right after that. Day 3, I built the storage box inside of the base, and then I tried to tame a raptor that morning, but I failed because we almost killed it, and then it ran away after releasing from the bola, and then Andrew Sarkis ran in front of it. Then I learned the metal tools and smithy and stuff, and then I found the raptor again and managed to actually knock it out this time by just bullying it and taming it, and then after that eventually tamed. And then after that, I accidentally tamed a pego by trying to kill it. I'm not gonna even question how that even happened. But then I learned trank arrows and was able to use the trank arrows to knock out this 135 pteranodon, which ended up being really useful. Then at night I tamed 2 moss chops just with the tinto berries. And then I used these barrels to get scrap metal so I could get more metal, and then I used the moss chops to go get more fiber. And then after that I built a metal pike in the smithy. And then I found a node that gives you honey, and I'm so glad that they added these, so I got a bunch of honey, and then this ended up happening to me. No! No! Of course, I hit my pteranodon. Stop hitting the pteranodon, bro. The Rex. Alright, raptor's going in. Dread does not care. Oh my gosh, they killed it. After I killed the Rex, I remembered that with the honey we could tame an Andrew Sarkis because chat was telling me you needed honey. But I tried to do a passive tame and completely screwed it up and ended up getting killed by it. And then so I went back again and then just threw the honey, which is how you're supposed to do it. And you get on it and ride it right after that, which is what we ended up doing. Got on it, started riding it, and this was my first time taming one. And it was a super easy tame. This is amazing. And I learned you can ride it without a saddle, which made it a great starting mount. And we ended up naming it Badger. Then I tamed another one, which also was a pretty quick one. It's a little bit higher level. It's like level 90 or something. And then I named it Andrew. I tried to tame a 140 and I failed miserably and killed it. Died a few more times after that. Day 5 was like a leveling day, so I tried to kill this alpha raptor. It was a really high level, so I ended up kicking it away. Killed a bronto for levels, and then I fought this level 30 alpha raptor and started killing it. Eventually managed to kill it and get all the levels from it. Leveled up myself some more and managed to learn the pteranodon saddle. After that, I got some obsidian on day 6 and some crystal as well, so this cliff, and then I needed to get fur, so I went to the Arctic biome right next to me and killed some wolves and megatherium. But then I had over 200 fur, but that still wasn't enough to make a full set, which is really annoying, so we just had that. And then I built the pteranodon saddle, and I decided to fly to where our new base location was going to be, which was at this castle right here. I wanted to build here, so I kind of just scouted it out a little bit, and I decided I need to bring my stuff by there by boat, so I built the boat and called it the SS Lamp, because chat wanted me to name it that. Day 7, I filled it with a bed and all kinds of stuff, put all my dinos on there when we were ready to move out to the new base. We had quite the journey ahead of us. First we went across the water, and then once we finally hit land, I used the Andrew Sarkis to have everything else follow us while I rode it. We were by the portal room, so I decided to go in and check it out real quick, and it ended up being pretty cool. And then we just kept going down the hill up a little bit, and then we had to avoid some creatures, but finally we got to the base, and I just jumped down the hill, and then we went inside and started putting all the dinos in there. This was going to be the main area where we put all of our stuff, and so I started building a storage box and a mortar and pestle. Day 8, I was able to build a full set of flak armor since I was high enough level. I then went to go get some cementing paste, and I got a bunch of it for the fabricator I wanted to build, and then once I got all those materials, I got the fabricator built. I decided to build a generator because it was pretty cheap, and I needed this so I could light up the room because it was looking super dark, and then with the lights in it was super bright. Moving on to day 9, I needed to go find oil, and I was looking for a cave that had oil, and I spent way too long, and then I realized I could just go to the volcanic biome, and that took me an entire day. So day 10, I got the oil from the volcanic biome. Just go to the volcanic biome and get oil. Then I found this wyvern trench, and then I went back to the base, got some of the oil, and then I went to go get some more metal from the side of this mountain right here. And then I built a blood extraction syringe so I could get blood packs because I wanted to tame a Despotus Draculus. I tamed this Parasaur at the night, and then day 11 it tamed and we named it E. And then I had about 30 blood packs and we were ready to go. So I learned the saddle for the Despotus and then built it, and then we headed on our way. And of course it didn't record the footage for us taming it, so I'm going to show you this PowerPoint slideshow. So basically we got attacked by it, and then it grabbed me, and then it ate the blood stacks and tamed, and then a second one came, grabbed me, and then I gave it the blood stacks, and then it tamed both. So we had two of them, a 130 and a 90. After that, we go back to the base with it. I put the saddle on it and it was able to fly it around. This was super fast. I think it had like 450 movement speed. We ended up naming him Fang from a suggestion in chat, and then I wanted to tame a Bronto on day 12, but we failed. I ran out of Trank Arrows, so I went and got some more by building more narcotics. And then I went back to go tame it, and luckily it still had half of the torpor full, so I was able to easily knock it out with 100 Trank Arrows I had. And you could actually use arrows in the back of a Despotus. I got some more metal that next day, and then the Bronto tamed up. We named him Littlefoot. Brought him back to the base by coming off the cliff, used him to get a bunch of narcoberries. I used this guy. I like the Brontos because they have a ton of weight and huge AoE. So as you can see, I had tons of narcoberries and was able to make a ton of narcotics. Just want to say, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to leave a like on it and also subscribe. The rest of that day I gathered some metal, and then I killed this alpha raptor that I found for some more rune stones. Day 14, I built an industrial grill to get that meat, and then after that I started killing tech creatures to get electronics, and then I found a Deinonychus egg that was level 135. So that was pretty nice. I decided I was going to make a Deinonychus army for the mini bosses. I killed this alpha Carno while on my way there, and then I found another egg at 140. After that I found this little hobbit hut on day 15. And then I had all this spoiled meat I got with the bat, because the bat harvests spoiled meat when you harvest a dino, so you get a bunch of it. I found an R Giga that same day, and then I started harvesting even more metal. Day 16, I harvested some crystal, got some polymer from these penguins that I killed on the beaches, and then I got some silica pearls from the waters. I needed to go get more polymer though, so I decided to go to Valheim the first time I was going to a different realm on this 100 days, and I needed to kill a Carcanos because they are found there. So killed it, and that was the only Carcanos I found, so I went back to go get some more on day 17. After killing all the penguins and getting all the polymer, I was able to build a chemistry bench, which is super useful. And then I powered it up and placed it down inside the base. After that, I built some gunpowder with it, as well as some narcotics. The gunpowder is going to be used for darts. And then day 18 was just gathering a bunch of metal, and that's pretty much it. I'd made some air conditioners so we could hatch the Deinonychus eggs, but the air conditioners did not hatch Deinonychus eggs. So instead I had to put up some standing torches. I could also use this to hatch a wyvern egg if I ever decided to get one of those. I lit them up with fuel and then did all the fires, and then hatched the first egg and then claimed it. Hatched 2 more eggs after that one, and then after that we had both of them raised up, and then the third one finally hatched. So we waited for all 3 of these to grow, and I couldn't imprint on one of them because my settings were glitched, so I had to fix those, but then eventually we got a few of them imprinted, and then they all grew up. And then we bred some of those ones to get even more eggs, and then we just got even more eggs from there and just kept hatching them and whatnot. It was day 20 and we were still hatching Deinonychus eggs, and then we built up the army even more. Had another baby at the end of the day, and then after that, day 21, we had our full army built up. After that, I went to go make some cryopods because I was in desperate need of them so I could transfer the army from one place to another. Then I killed some penguins for some polymer, and then ended the day on this pretty lit sunset. Day 22, I gathered the eggs up and put them in the storage. We had a ton of eggs. Then I decided on day 23 that I was going to take out my army and then go fight a bunch of stuff. First, we fought off this Rex and killed it pretty easily, and then we killed out this Alpha Carno, which we also took down pretty easy. So I decided I was going to go kill the Alpha Rex in this fortress, and let me see how that goes. Alright, let's see. I'm going to get on and do some attacks. Oh gosh. Killed firefighter. So that did not work. After that epic fail, I decided I wanted to tame a T-Rex instead, so I built up some narcotics, some trank darts, got some gunpowder for the trank darts, and then built a trap for the T-Rex. Later that day, I went to go kill the Alpha Rex that had killed all my dinos. I needed the rune stones from it and the XP as well. We also got the cool trike helmet from it as well. Then I decided to tame the Rex that was next to it, level 135 female. It ended up being pretty good near the end. I swatched him a crossbow because it was an ascendant one we got from a drop earlier that day, which did a lot more torpor. After that, on day 24, we ended up taming the Rex. After that, we went and go killed an Alpha Rex. It was only level 45, so it was way easier than the other one. And then got to level 100. After that, for day 25 and 24, for about an hour and 30 minutes, I went looking for a high-level male Rex and could not find any anywhere. I found tons of high-level females, but no males, and then finally on day 26, I found a 135. I built the trap so I could tame it, put the bear trap in the middle. If you guys don't know, this is a super simple and easy trap you can use. You just lead it in, get it trapped, and then you can place the gates behind it while it's trapped in the bear trap. After that, I just knocked it out with some darts, and it took a little bit, but finally we knocked it out, and then switched to the arrows again. And then it tamed up near the end of the day. After that, we brought it back to base, had the two of them, and then started breeding them. After that, we built a bunch of bookshelves because I was running out of storage, so I definitely need that more storage. After that, killed some more mantises as well for polymer. And then I got some more eggs as well, and then after that, built some refrigerators. Then I hatched the first Rex egg, and this would be the first of many we were going to hatch throughout the day. And then after that, we hatched a second one, and then a third one. And then I got some metal that night to make another air conditioner because we needed more to hatch the eggs. Then I built a feeding trough, hatched another Rex, filled the feeding trough with a ton of meat for the Rexes to eat, built another air conditioner, and then after that I hatched another egg. And this is the last time I'm going to mention the Rex egg hatching because we just kept doing it. And then this is how I was setting up the Rex eggs. And then after that we got a mutation on one of them, and it was a green mutation. And after that I got a lime green mutation, which is kind of crazy. So we had two green ones. After that I built a Rex saddle. And then after that, our Rex army was fully grown, and you can see it right here. I put the two green ones up here. We're going to breed them later. And then I just had some more Rexes that were fully grown. I got an egg, but I didn't hatch it yet. And then I went to go tame an R snow owl on day 30 because I needed snow owl to heal my dinos. And that once I knocked it out right here, we eventually ended up taming it after not that long. Actually, you just needed 2 pieces of prime meat. But then I remembered that you can't learn the saddle on here, even though you think you're supposed to be able to, which is really annoying. Literally an hour after I recorded that, they made it to where you could learn engrams from all maps on FJORDUR, so I was able to learn the mining drill, and so I went down to go get some black pearls to make it, so I went to the Magmasaur Trench. And then I went to go get some metal to make it as well, and then after that we went to the swamp and gathered some of these dead bodies, which give you organic polymer and spoiled meat, but I was mainly just there for the organic polymer. You could find this all around the swamp biome. After that I made the mining drill and was able to get a ton of metal and a bunch of other resources like oil with it. It was day 33, and now I was able to learn the Snow Owl saddle and make it because of the engram unlocks. And then I went and got some more metal so I could make an industrial forge. I got a ton of metal this time, and we went into these mine shafts, which were pretty cool. Then I got a blueprint for an Ascendant long neck rifle. After that, we just got more metal with the mining drill, and then we were going to start leveling with T-Rexes. Now, I'm not going to mention every time I did it, because I did it like 10 times for each Rex. And then after we were done leveling all of those, we went and got some cementing paste, because I needed some for the industrial forge, and then some obsidian as well. Day 36, and it was time to make the industrial forge. Once we did, we placed it in the back there because it was a perfect spot for it, and then after that I decided to heal the army because since I was leveling it, they had low health, so I just healed them. Then I needed to make absorbent substrate so I could make a gas mask because we were going to go fight Bela. We went to the boss arena on day 37 and then unleashed all my Rexes in cryopods, and then this is how the fight went. Alright. Attack. Boom. After I got a selfie with its dead body, then I actually got a bunch of good rewards like some riot armor and glide suit. On day 38, I made the rest of the riot armor, and then I decided I wanted to go visit the space area in the ocean. This place was super cool and it was super trippy, and going down it was pretty cool. If you don't know, there's low gravity, and then you can see into the space biome a little bit. And then there's all kinds of aberration foliage. And then we got into the center area of it and kind of just explored around a little bit. And I checked out some of the floating islands as well, which are completely in space. And then I decided to get some red gems while I was here and some blue gems as well. I needed to get narcotics because we wanted to tame a Giga. We had found it at 130 we were going to tame. I got all the materials, and then I built like 500 trank arrows, and then I went to where the Giga was, and it wasn't there anymore, and it had been there for a while, and then I checked the entire surrounding area and could not find it. I don't know how it could have gone. Then I decided we needed to fight Steinborn, so I knocked out this wyvern to get the milk from it so you could actually survive in that super cold biome. And now we're going to go fight Steinborn. I didn't really care if I lost this fight or not because I didn't know much about it. And then the Rexes I had were kind of just throwaway Rexes. There were only 8 of them, so I just wanted to see how this fight would play out before I made my new fully mutated Rex army. So I threw out all of the things hastily because I only had a few milk things, and then we started the boss fight. Alright, this guy's supposed to be super tanky, but I think, yeah, we are going through his health though. Let me out. Dude, I can't move. Good. I mean, I think we're doing fine. We can do this. Yeah. This might have been a mistake. After that failure, we decided to get straight out of there. So even though we lost, I did get some information I needed, and I knew how to beat it next time. Day 41, I built an oil pump so I could get a bunch of oil, obviously, and then I built some irrigation up to my base. Day 42, went to go gather some metal so I can make an egg incubator, and then I harvested some silk pearls. Day 43, we built the egg incubator and placed it down in the base, and then we started hatching up some more eggs. The first one we hatched, then we were going to hatch a ton of them, so basically I was just hatching them and then throwing them out in cryopods, and then just kept doing it. I did about 10, and then I was going to do 10 later, so we're just going to keep doing this until we fully imprinted and raised all of them. This was the first set of 10 that we had, and they were all growing up pretty well, and then I started imprinting them as the night came. I needed to get meat for them, so I started harvesting some by going around and killing a bunch of stuff out in the wild with the T-Rex, and then I got back and a lot of them were grown, and imprinted on them as well. Then the full army was grown, and I started to get another set of 10 ready. Once we did that, we started also healing up the other T-Rexes that were a bit low on health from growing up, and then after that we added some more imprinting, and then eventually had the full set ready. Day 47, I built another oil pump and placed it down. After that, I started healing some of the Rexes, and then I went out to go get some meat for the army. And then day 47 was the day we started leveling the T-Rexes. So I was doing what I was doing before, which is just throwing out all the eggs, and then you could kill them all, get them super quick, and then get a ton of XP. And we did this multiple days, like 5 days in a row, and I'll mention when I did it, but I'm not going to show every time. Day 48 was just leveling T-Rexes. Day 49 was also just leveling T-Rexes all day. And then day 50 we went and got some metal. And then we leveled Rexes even more. After that, we wanted to tame a Yudi. If found a 130, we needed it for the boss. I built a trap, and then it ended up scaring me because it did this a lot. It was really annoying. And then it fell off a cliff, so I had to build another trap. This one on the side of the gate. And then I remembered that they can just run straight through it. So I kind of had to glitch it into here. And then basically it was just attacking that. So it wasn't trapped, but it was just attacking my gateways, which allowed me to knock it out. I ended up using this syrup stuff or whatever, and they got it 30, and then I tamed it. And then it was time to level up even more. After that, we got some silk pearls on day 52, and then we got some more polymer as well. After that, I needed to get even more levels, and then more levels was the final leveling session with my Yudi. Day 53, needed to heal Rex, and then day 54 was getting cryopods and cryopodding my army ready for the boss fight. And then we headed over to Asgard and threw down our entire army ready to fight it. You guys ready? Oh gosh. This is the one we need to go for. Oh wow, they're shredding him. So this is Skull, alright. Skull's beaten. Oh my gosh. Is Haiti just tankier? It's not letting me whistle attack target. Alright. After we beat it, we got some good loot, but it didn't give us the relics, so we had to spawn them in, because you're supposed to get it, but it just glitched out, didn't give it to us. Then we tamed an otter, and we were going to go fight Steinborn in the Arctic biome, but the otter didn't help, so we built fry curry, and that still didn't help, so I needed to go get wyvern milk, so I knocked out a wyvern and got the milk. And then we headed to Jotunheim to fight Steinborn. Now, the Steinborn that I fought earlier was still there. I guess it didn't despawn. 2 of my Rexes were still there, so I just started checking down Rexes with cryopods, and then some of them started going into the fight automatically. Okay, I think they're gonna beat it. Were the Rexes so fast? Because they got imprinting, like 200% movement speed. Alright, let's see who kills it. After that fight, I started cryopoding, and we actually got the relics this time. But then I headed back, and we started going cave hunting. We needed to get artifacts, but something that was really annoying, since we were playing on single player on console, the artifacts were not spawning, and they would not spawn in any other cave, which is super annoying. So I'm having to spawn in the artifacts, but I am going to each location of the artifacts. Also want to say I got all the artifact locations from Ras Clark's video, so thanks to him off his video linked in the description. Then we went to this cave, which you had to open up with the mining drill, and then you go in. You could open it up with whatever, but you know. Then we went to the volcanic cave, and then after that we went to another volcanic cave, and then we got 2 artifacts in this one. And then these 2 you get the pack and the clever, I think. And then after that we had all of our artifacts ready. We had the artifact of the hunter, clever, pack, strong, and immune. After that we went to the swamp cave, and once we were done with that we went to the really cool Arctic cave that's got like the castle inside of it. This one is also pretty cool. Later that day, I brought all of the things to the Broodmother Arena because I thought I had all the artifacts, but in fact I didn't. I needed the artifact of the Massive, so we took the bat and cryopoded it and built a scuba suit and then went down here. Most of it was on land once you got through the water bit, and you just throw down the bat, and then I ended up getting into this pretty sticky situation. No! I forgot they could do that! So neutral. Oh gosh, no. Please don't knock me out. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not good. Don't let me die. That help. No. After that, I got out of there because I was poisoned, but I still ended up dying due to the Megalania's poison. I needed to get back there fast so I could get my stuff, and hopefully the bat didn't die, so I just gathered up a few items like a scuba suit and got down there with the other bat we had and got my stuff back. I used a cryopoded Rex to kill all of the stuff in there, and then once we did that we started going through the maze. I didn't realize there was going to be a maze because I didn't do any research before, and I pressed a button and got swarmed by a bunch of animals and stabbed, so definitely don't press random buttons when you're in here. I looked up a YouTube video on how to use it, and this is the video here. I'll have it linked in the description. It was super helpful, so thanks. Once I figured out the codes in order to open the doors, we walked through the maze and then found the last door, and this is the first artifact to actually spawn, which was nice. And then we got out of there by being chased by megalodons. And then I repaired my armor, and then we went into the Broodmother fight. Attack! Alright, fine. Just go on neutral. Let's get to the back. See if these guys look couraged up. You know, that's ridiculous. Let's go. Oh yeah, and I forgot we can get tegrams. Day 59, I got some polymer and used my chainsaw, which got a ton of polymer, and then I went and tamed a Maywing. This was so I could go underwater and fly around with it. We made the saddle for it, and then day 60 we went and got some silica pearls. And then I went into a cave to get the artifact of the Devourer. This was pretty easy because there wasn't that much stuff. And then we went to go get the artifact of the Cunning. This one was a little bit harder, but it had some cool stuff in here like this. And then once we got to the end, we managed to get the artifact. And this one was one of the 2 that actually spawned in, which was nice. Then I collected my army and brought them over to the Aberrant Cave so we could go fight the Megapith, I guess. And this is how the fight went. Okay. Hey. Alright guys. Attack! My whistle target command hasn't been working, but they'll attack him automatically, so we're good. Yeah, look at that, he's going down. He's going down faster than Steinborn did. It's supposed to be the bossy fight before this guy. That was incredibly easy. We put the flag up, and then on day 62 I decided to go tame a Fedora Hawk. I used the owl to try and spot it with the thermal vision and eventually found one. After that I killed a Therizinosaur, and there's a whole pack of them that were all taming up, but eventually I just got one to tame, and then it took forever. I was doing all kinds of stuff and it would not tame. Like I literally fed it Brontos, all kinds of massive stuff, and it wouldn't tame, so eventually I just rage quit. Get over here. I'm tired of this thing. Yeah. You stupid hawk. Make sure you're dead. After that, I decided to get a wyvern, so we went to the lightning trench and we found no good eggs. They were all super low level. Then we went to the poison one that also had low levels, and then we went to the fire one and they all had low levels as well. And then I decided to go get a magmasaur instead and use this Rex to kill the magmasaurs, and then we got a 150 egg like first try. And then we hatched the egg up and it ended up being a female, and we had it ready. Then I decided to need sulfur for it, so I got some. And then I got some contagious gas balls so that way I could make some hazard suits so we could go tame a rock drake. After that, I updated my game to be shocked that they nerfed my bat, and now it flies super slow, so that really sucks. But anyway, I got my army ready and cryopoded it over to the dragon arena so we could fight the dragon next. And this was going to be the hardest boss fight out of all of them, because the dragon is harder than all the other ones. Okay. Ooh, there's the castle. Get me out of here. I don't know what the dragon's doing. I don't think that's supposed to be happening. Oh. Okay, that was fixed. Pteranodons and Dimorphodons towards us, so we need to be careful. Come on, buddy. Make your move. Yeah. I don't have a whistle, like... My whistle, move hasn't been working. Alright, they're only level 140, so nothing crazy. Whistle attack, work. Thank you. Oh, they're all getting stuck on a rock. Kill. Now I gotta get my whistles in. Or my roars in. Come on, you got this. Alright, they're doing quite the damage to them. But they're also getting their fire attacks in, which I don't think that does 20% damage because it's the gamma version, so it might be only doing like 15%. But still. Oh. And then after we beat the dragon, I put up the flag inside my base, and then we went out and got some metal. After that, on day 66, got some crystal, and then my magmasaur was full. Then we went to Asgard, and then the purple area, so we could get rock drakes, flew in there with the bat, and then I decided to just use my Rex and kill all the rock drakes, because I could just do that. And then we found a 170 egg, as well as a 185 egg. Once I got those eggs and killed every rock drake, we got straight out of there and then started hatching them. Then I got a saddle for my magma sword in day 67. We got the one hatched and then the 170, which was black, which looked really cool. Then we imprinted it and called it Night Crawler, the 185 one, and then we got some metal the next day. After that, I rode my rock drake for the first time and it was pretty lit. And then after that, we started healing them all up on day 68. After that, I decided I wanted to make this shotgun blueprint because it was really good. So we needed to get some metal, some polymer, cementing paste, and then obsidian to make even more polymer. After that, I was able to build polymer and craft it. Now that I've finally gotten this awesome shotgun, I built some ammo for it, and then that's pretty much it. I healed my Rexes from the dragon fight, and then we went to go get some metal. After that, I got some more metal the next day. And then we got even more metal, and then more metal in Valheim. I found a bunch of resources in Valheim, and then I got some polymer, and then some cementing paste, and then another day getting metal, and then getting some crystal. We were just getting a bunch of resources. We got more crystal in Valheim, and then after that we got some more cementing paste, and then obsidian. We used those resources to build an industrial grinder, placed it in my base, and then we ended up using it for all this ascendant stuff I was getting, and we got a bunch of resources from it. I looked for wyvern eggs and couldn't find any high levels, and then decided to go kill some alphas with my Rex. Day 79, we got some narco berries so we can make some narcotics. We used the arrows and the trap I built a while ago to go tame this level 85 R-Gig as the highest level gig I could find. And then we trapped it in here using this pretty simple trap with stone gates, but I forgot that the stone gates actually take damage from the gigas, but we were still able to knock it out. And then we put mutton in there as well as a bunch of narcotics to keep it asleep and some preserving salts to keep the mutton there, and then eventually ended up taming. After it tamed up, we decided to go level it up, so we went to Asgard to go just kill a bunch of stuff. And then I found a 185 poison wyvern, the first high level wyvern egg I found out of this whole thing. It took me forever to find, and we finally got it, and then it grew up and rode it around. After that, I healed it up, and then we got the army ready. We're gonna go bring it over to the Fenrir boss fight terminal. Just use the same cryopotting over there. Then I decided to go tame some gotchas. Just use some stone, use the mining drill to reduce the weight of the stone, and then we tamed 2 of them. After that, I brought them back to the base, and then we got saddles for them as well, and then got them ready. After that, I started prepping for the boss fight, and then after that, we went into the boss fight on day 84. Okay, we'll get these guys roared up, and then we're gonna start heading right over there. Follow me. Why'd I say it like that? Oh gosh. I didn't know it could shoot ice that far. Okay, we got Fenrirs everywhere. Just go straight aggressive, and please don't shoot me of all people. I'm just the guy in the back, okay? No need to worry about me. I don't know if my whistle attacked. Yeah, the ice attack is pretty crazy. It looks like it just goes for the main massive armies and then kind of shoots up with ice spikes. It also looks like it has an AoE attack where the ice is going around it, which would probably damage big armies coming towards that. Well, we've already got a big chunk of health. And we also get a Fenrir from this battle, I believe. Oh, I'm also freezing to death. How cold is it in here? Negative 22. Oh, I won't die. But if you are fighting this boss, remember to bring that. Oh, I just got frozen. Come on. Just a little bit of health left. There we go. After the fight, we got the Fenrir and the cryopod. You get it after defeating the Fenrir boss, which is super useful, and we finally got our Fenrir. And then I placed the Fenrir flag down inside my base with all my other ones. Then I get some fungal wood to tame a shadow mane because you need the fish baskets. And then I found a 145 female. And then I tried to tame it on day 86 and failed and decided that I didn't want to tame that anymore. And then I got some organic polymer, and then I got some more resources with the magma sword. We got a ton of metal. We were going to build a tech replicator with all this materials. And then we got some crystal as well. And then after we got the crystal, we got some cementing paste. And then we got some obsidian to make some polymer with the cementing paste. After that, made a ton of polymer, like 800 something in the fabricator. And then we went and needed to get black pearls, so we went to the magma sword den and got those. And then we built the tech replicator. We placed it outside my base because it couldn't fit inside of the castle area, and then we didn't really use it after that. We built one tech canteen. After that, I got some resources with the magma sword, and then I built a mech with a shield on the back of it from the resources that we had extra, and then I got some more metal, and then after that we got a scout. Didn't really know what I was going to use the scout for, but it was pretty cool, and I could see stuff with it. Then I got some obsidian, and then I went on 97, didn't really know what to do, so I just killed stuff with my Giga, and then 98, I got a 175 lightning egg. We named it, or we got it, and then we named it Stormbreaker. And then at the end of day 99, I got to ride it, and then I decided to do a little base tour for day 99. Alright, so now that we are on day 99, I pretty much have nothing to do. I'm going to give you guys a base tour and show you guys all of the stuff we've gotten throughout this entire thing. I'm going to start with the base. So the base is in the castle area. I don't feel like getting a GPS out, but it's around these coordinates. And if you come in here, there's all kinds of stuff. You can actually build it on the floors of these ruins, which is super nice. So we decided to build our base in here. Come over here, we got the smithy fabricator. These were old refining forges. The egg incubator, which is super useful. Then the chemistry bench, which in the fridges, which are all attached to these wires over here. And then there's the air conditioners as well. And back here we have the industrial forge, which is probably like the coolest place for an industrial forge because it's like all raised up. And then back here we have the industrial grinder and the generator. We have the tech replicator out here that we built just a few days ago, and I haven't really built too much with it other than the mech and all that stuff, which is right out there. And if you come to our lot of creatures over here, we have all kinds of stuff. We have a few Rexes left over from the army, the gauchos we got the other day. This is the Fenrir Carnage that we got from the boss fight. We have our original Deinonychus army. These are the ones that survived if they would load in. There we go. And then we have our Giga that was only level 85 that we tamed not too long ago as well. He's a pretty cool dude. And over here our original lineup of dinos. We've got the Sarkis and stuff. We got Lemon, our first flyer, as well as the Moss Chops, and then E, the Parasaur. Up here is Dreadnought, the mech. I think that's a pretty cool name. And then you come down here, we got a Rock Drake, which I still haven't named, and the Magmasaur Soul, which is sun in Spanish. And then after that, we have our brand new Stormbreaker, which I think is a really sick name, and that for a Lightning Wyvern. And then we have a few Rexes back there. And then after that, we have the Poison Wyvern, Poison Ivy. And if you come right over here, we have Nightcrawler. That was pretty much everything in the base, and now it is time for day 100. And it is day 100. Let's go. If you've made it this far, then make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. But that's going to be it for this video, so thanks for watching, and bye.